Hello, I'm Elgato, and this is Q&A Saturday, the Woody series on my channel, where I answer your questions that have been asked over the past week or so across my channel. That's what I usually do, at least, with around 10 or so questions, where I go in depth into each one, give a full-on response, and kind of talk about it. And you know, it's a fun thing I like to do. But one of the things that angers people is that I get hundreds of comments on every single Q&A Saturday, but I don't respond to all of them. I respond to something like 10 of them, so I can give an in-depth response. And some people say, "Why haven't you answered my question, Toycat? I asked one of those 100 comments, and because I'm the most special person in the world, I deserve to be answered, damn it." And I figure, you know, I kind of see where you're coming from, where like, you know, every question is kind of equally valid in its own way. So I figured, why not put out a tweet, which I did 2 weeks ago, and I said I will respond to every single question that is asked in response to this that doesn't break YouTube rules or Twitter rules, that isn't a duplicate, and that is actually a question. So that's what we're doing today. It should be fun because there's 300 or so, you know, questions, but we're going to try and do a mega Q&A Saturday where I respond to as many questions as I can, and let's start that now. So like it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and feeds the wife and kids, because guess what? We got face cam going on here too. Look how special and different this is. But let's move into the first question, which comes in from Wild the Gamer, who says, by the way, I don't know how these are being sorted, they're just kind of like in a list, so we're scrolling through them, who says, what things does Bedrock need to make more people switch to it? So, or most people switch to it. So, I think it's really, you can put it down to 3 things. 1, less pushing on microtransactions, like, you know, like, people will get them if they want to. If there's good content, people will buy it. Don't have this new tag. Don't be like, oh, there's new store content every week. You know, like, I feel like less pushing on it would be a better thing to help people adopt the game. Better servers, because when people expect Minecraft servers, they're like, oh yeah, I saw some cool survival games on the PC, and then what they get is like this terrible experience on every server that just doesn't work. And third of all, keep the frequent updates going. The best thing Minecraft Bedrock has done all year is have this frequent update cycle where it's like 1.4, guess what? It's come out, and then 1.5, it's happening a couple months later, 1.6, a couple months after that. If you keep a consistent cycle and you improve the first 2 things, more people will play Minecraft Bedrock, in my opinion. Let's move on to the second question. This is meant to be fast, and I spent so long on that first one, which comes in from Mega vs Prime, a moderator on the channel you might recognize, who says, what is your favorite thing about llamas and why? So, I definitely love the fact that llamas just look so wacky. Like, you know, you look at their face and it's like objectively quite ugly, but it's also like endearingly cute, and they spit at things, and like if they love, you know, you can feed them if you put things in your mouth, as you know from my Twitter profile picture. But let's move on to the third question, which comes in from King Taco 1567 plays MC. These were all for the first time, by the way, I'm going through them. I'm kind of scared that one will be terrible. Okay, my question for the Q&A is, which one of these is correct? 2 + 2 = fish, or 2 + 2 = 5, or 2 + 2 = subscribe to IVX Toycat? So you see what I mean when there's like questions? What am I meant to say to this? Like, I guess 2 + 2 = subscribe to IVX Toycat. There we go, we've answered that. You see, this is why Q&A is, I pick questions sometimes. The next question comes in from Matthew Garbleman, who says, I broke my leg. What is the best way to recover? And my pro tip for this one, you got a broken leg, it hurts, you're in a lot of pain, break your other leg. That way the pain will be so great, you'll forget about your first leg. This is actually Toycat pro tip for life. If you're ever in any form of pain, put yourself in worse pain, and that first type of pain will seem like a less serious thing. Easy, works every single time. Pro tip right there. So next up, question comes in from HSG Dev, who says, why gravel? As in, why do I hate gravel? Why gravel? You know, why gravel in general? Never gravel. So the answer to your question is no. Why gravel? No. That's my simple answer right here. Next question comes in from Enderplays1518, who says, Q&A, will you ever do Fortnite videos and reactions to the new skins/leaks? No, actually. The problem with Fortnite, it's like, I hate myself for this, but I can't play it now. It's become like the most widely successful game, because it doesn't feel like it changed enough, and like, there was something amazing I liked about it, and maybe I'm just, again, a terrible, I hate myself for this, but I don't like it now. It's gone too big, because, again, it can't change as much as it needs to, in my opinion. And yeah, I'm looking forward to other Battle Royale games. Even though I've been playing Fortnite since day 1, I'm not interested in making videos for it, because that's the most overdone thing on YouTube at this point, you know? Like how Minecraft was in like 2011. I don't really want to join on that sort of thing. But yeah, with that said, let's move on to my next question, which comes in from Kwana, who says, can you rate my theatre performance? And it's just a picture of a thumb going like that. 7 out of 10, I guess. There you go. You see, Q&A Saturday is beautiful. Next question comes in from Casey. You might recognize from the channel also as moderator. Why did you decide to answer every single question? And assuming you do answer this, and it gets answered closer to the end of the video, do you now regret the decision to answer so many questions? And do you think you underestimated how many questions people would ask? So, I was expecting about 100 questions, like 10 times as much as normal. I've got 35 times as much as normal, but we'll kind of see how this goes. So, I don't regret it yet, but you know, last week I regretted started it, because I was like, you know, I could do this easily, and it's like, oh, that's not going to be done easy. So I don't regret it yet, but it's young in the video, so maybe we will later. But let's move into, and also, why did I decide to answer for this question? I think I really want to just prove the point of, like, I think it's just like a live stream when you know, because Q&A is something that's always going on live streams. If you want to ask a question and you know it's terrible, you don't think it has any elaboration, if you just want to ask, like, hey Toy Cat, do you eat Taco Bell? Yes, move on. Or like, hey Toy Cat, have you ever tried a, you know, like simple, easy yes/no questions, or like basic answers that you don't need a big input on, then I feel like they can be answered in live streams, or, you know, even in comments, or just, there's a billion ways to do stuff. I feel like Q&A Saturday is a better way to actually have, like, a feedback and talk about semi-serious issues that don't deserve their own video, but are worth talking about. But that's my opinion. Next question comes in from Nicholas Cutter, who says, Toy Cat, can I be a moderator? That's one of the phrases I hate the most. I was scared there at first, like I'd have to do this whole moderator talk, but he says, it's one of the phrases I hate the most. What phrase do you hate the most? So, I think I definitely hate the whole, like, can I be a mod thing? Because it's like, why are you asking? Like, you presumably don't want to help. You might want to, but you presumably are like, yes, there's some power of having the wrench next to my name. And it's like, that makes me feel uncomfortable, personally. I like the Greek system, where you randomly pick people. I think there's some Greek cities where they decided their ruler randomly. Works quite well, as long as you can trust the people. And yeah, so what's the phrase I hate the most? Probably, you know, can I be a mod? Or like, Toy Cat, why aren't you reading chat? Anything like that, it makes me want to, like, punch them. It's like, oh, if I wasn't reading chat, I wouldn't be able to read you telling me to read the chat. And if I am reading the chat, then what is the point of your message? Like, it drives me insane when people do things that if you think about for 3 seconds, less than that, 0.3 seconds, you can fix. And yeah, that's, I'd say, Toy Cat, why aren't you reading chat? Or Toy Cat, why haven't you read my comment? It's like, what is this? What is going on here? And that's my opinion. So next up, we have the next question, which comes in from Odd Future 434, who says, what is your least favorite part of Minecraft? Gravel isn't an option. I think, honestly, it's the first part of Minecraft where you just chop down trees and stuff. I don't know why, but I just had this realization a while ago that, like, I just don't like that part of the game anymore. Like, I really love playing Minecraft after you're about 20 minutes in, when you've got the freedom to do stuff. But the first thing you do in Minecraft, you chop down trees, you make a wooden pickaxe, you go to a stone pickaxe. It's just, I've done it so many times, I can do it fast. Like, it's not something I'm bad at, it's just like, it's the same thing every time. And I don't necessarily enjoy that. I don't like that you have to do it to get further into the game. And I think the bonus chest is a good solution to it. I'm not sure if we even have the bonus chest on Bedrock, but it's something I think is a good kind of fix for that. So next up, we have the Mario Maniac asking, have you ever done anything you regret now? So I do lots of things I regret all the time. I think regret is like a really good thing, right? You know, like the worst state story, I regret some things there. The worst state. Oh, actually, you know, I forgot that I made a worst state video on my second channel a while back. But that worst state video, I feel like I made some poor decisions that evening too. I feel like I make poor decisions all the time, but just learning from them is important. A lot of people, there's a stage in your life where you just start assuming, I'm correct, and everyone around me is wrong. I haven't reached that stage yet, which is good. I want to keep on learning from mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. This morning, I woke up at 4 AM, decided, you know, let's start drinking some Mountain Dew Passion. I did a snack video earlier, you know, spoiler alert for a future video, and now I feel like kind of sick, and I'm like, you know, shouldn't have eaten so much in that video, because I downed a whole bag of, like, basically M&M's. So, long story short, I make mistakes all the time, and that's fine to do. I was just checking I was recording that there. But let's move on to the next question, which comes in from John Simpson, who says, why is Fortnite taking over the world? All it is a game about shooting each other. And do you think Sony will die from no one wanting to not do crossplay? I like Xbox better. So, why is Fortnite taking the world? It's a game about shooting people. You're describing like 40% of games out there, dude. Like, why is any FPS successful? But yeah, I think Fortnite's taking over the world because it did Battle Royale better. Battle Royale is a cool concept, but it just existed in this vague, weird PC space. Fortnite was the first game to take it to all platforms, even your mobile now. So that's the easy explanation there. Will Sony die from no crossplay? Probably not. I think it'll affect their sales in some noticeable way eventually, but not right now at least. So let's move to the next question, which comes in from Guilo15, who says, hey Toy Cat, can you name the strengths/weaknesses of Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock? I'd love to see at least a few points about what you like/hate most about each version. So the Java version has the best servers, the best server community, the best multiplayer community, and I would argue the best system for monetization. Everything ever is free all the time, every place. It has the worst update system, and it's got a lot of like weird things because it's programmed in Java. Minecraft Bedrock, on the other hand, is a much more frequently updated game, much more support for it, but that support comes because they're charging microtransactions. Again, personally, I've come to accept that like the Minecraft microtransactions are actually pretty okay compared to other games, but the fact that they're in there is still something that's like, ooh, I worry it goes to something more. I don't think it is going to anymore because, you know, the gaming landscape has changed, but it's something that initially made me worried. But they now update the game a whole bunch more. It sucks in terms of servers. Actually, this is like a repeat question. Sucks in terms of servers, sucks in terms of, like, sometimes you feel pushed towards it, and it sucks that they, I guess, you know, like, they need to add more features in general. So, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Then Yon, who says, by the way, we're like 10 questions deep into 300. I have made some serious mistakes. I have a map rendered completely in the current Minecraft update of PlayStation 4. When leaving the aquatic update, will I have to create a new world, or will I add more blocks to take advantage of the resources? So, you'll get seagrass, you'll get kelp, you won't get coral. Made a video on this, check that out. You know, I wish I could just, like, recommend, like, you know, is there something you think I might know, and that you think is really important, and that I probably should share? You know, I probably shared it in a video that you've missed. Check my channel, it's there. The thing is, no matter how many times I say that, you're not going to do it. Like, right now, you haven't checked it. No one who's watched this is like, yeah, I'm going to do that now. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, I'm sure I've seen it. And it's like, no, there's a link in the description. It takes you there. You can see all the videos. There is one in there about features that work in old worlds. I did a whole comparison. I went in, I died. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from, oh, that's a Spanish question. Let's move to the next question, which comes in from Mighty Marcus, who says, do you plan on kissing any more animals? I'll totally kiss, like, a kangaroo if I go to Australia, if they let me. Actually, kangaroos are scary, like, you know, kangaroo, I've seen that, like, I don't know, I've seen a lot of videos of kangaroos. I've seen the guy punching a kangaroo. They're scary. A kangaroo can actually, like, kill you. Fun fact, watch out for kangaroos. But I'd love to kiss one. You know, this is in the context of my Twitter profile picture, check my Twitter in case you think I'm just talking about animal love. But let's move to the next question, which comes in from _trust me. Well, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Here's an actual question, unlike half these tweets. How long do you think it'll take before Minecraft Bedrock is better than the other versions of Minecraft? Personally, I can't see this ever happening, but you've said many times you believe Bedrock will eventually be. So if you want a time frame, then like a year and a half, 2 years, it's already better in a lot of different ways. And it's only a matter of time until the development power they put behind it puts it ahead of Java, which has like 9 developers, and ahead of Console Edition, which they're deliberately holding back. So yeah, I would say like in the next 2 years, they'll work on more clever features because they're still catching up with the Java in some ways. They're still got to catch up with Console. But because I assume they've got some developers that are working on kind of Bedrock exclusives, they can do cooler things for Bedrock. At least that's how I see things. So let's move into the next question, which comes in from ShockTrooper109, who says, can you explain why Mojang is taking longer than ever to put out updates, yet they have the biggest development team they've ever had? Back when Notch was still at Mojang, updates were coming weekly. It seems they're just afraid to make big changes anymore. So part of it is, Jeb said this, and I really strongly disagree. He was like, I would love to slow down Minecraft updates, because we want Minecraft to be more similar to when people left it. And that's like saying, well, they can go back to the version they were playing if they want to see the old thing. He recently said 2 updates a year is the goal, but I mean, I'm just saying, doesn't look too likely right now. So yeah, 2 updates a year is the rough goal for Minecraft Java. The reason it's slower than that is because they had a phase where they wanted to update the game less, and it seems like that's still kind of their opinion. So yeah, that's why that's happening. They're kind of afraid because the 1.9 combat update split the community in half, kind of destroyed Java. If they just hadn't released the update, the game would be doing better right now than if they had. Because, you know, Java Edition servers are dying. It's a bad thing. It's a problem. And, you know, maybe it would have happened regardless, but it's something where it's like, you know, if we can release changes that make the game worse, why spend effort and development time on it? So, moving on to the next question, which comes in from Real Rupert, as opposed to all those fake Ruperts that are out there, you know, pretending to be you, who says, can I have advice on how to get a girlfriend? Because I really like a girl, and I don't know what to do. So, here's the deal, right? If you have a girlfriend, if you want a girlfriend, if there's a girl that you're crushing on in some way, always ask them out. Unless you're like that weird socially awkward dude who's never spoken to her ever. Even if you've spoken a few times and she seems even somewhat receptive towards you, just ask the girl out. Because there's 2 things that can happen, and they're both good. Either she says yes, boom, girlfriend. You know, you're gonna mess it up. It's fine. That's probably bad advice to say right now. But either two, you get rejected, and you learn that like, oh yeah, well now I've been rejected, I can move on in the world. You can either find another, you know, whatever you need to do. I think being rejected is like a valuable lesson. You've got to go through at some point. Like I think as yeah, I would say every time that I've been in that situation where I'm like, you know, I'm probably gonna get rejected. It's worked out for me. And you know, I'm me, like, look at this, you know? So the fact that it's worked out for me means it'll probably work out for you, and even if it doesn't, it's a good lesson to learn regardless. So, yeah, 2 thumbs up. Hopefully that's a pro tip for you. I was actually just thinking recently, again, I don't have time to elaborate on this, but I'm going to do it anyway. There was this girl in college at one point, and she was definitely into me, and I was definitely into her, and I don't know where it went. I just didn't ask, and I was like, you know, I'll regret this when I was older, and I just remembered it yesterday, and I was like, I do regret that now I'm older. So, do the thing you won't regret, just ask. Assuming you're not, like, 6 or something. If you're, like, at the age at which people ask out other people, do that. Pro tip. Next question comes in from a piece of cake, actually, who, or Mia Berry Cake, who says, what do you think the next big update is going to be after the update to Aquatic? Cave update! Cave up! I don't know, I'm hoping if I chant loud enough it will happen. But yeah, cave update 1.14, make it happen! I don't know, I'm like trying to get like a chant going. I can't get a catchy one. But yeah, Cave Update 1.13. Would love to see it. Next question comes in from Ethan Newsom, who I recognize from either lots of Twitter or streams maybe. Do you watch Hermitcraft? If so, who has your favorite base this season? I don't, sadly. A lot of people have asked if I'll be joining it. And when they next, you know, like they have like a big member discussion every now and then. And you know, I'll like look into it at some point. Don't worry. I hear you loud and clear. But I don't watch Hermitcraft. Sorry about that, because, you know, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Fred looking at cats. Hashtag Q&A, would you rather he turns into a girl or turned into a mouse? Who is he? Me? I guess so. Would I rather turn into a girl or into a mouse? Probably a girl, because you can still, you know, like, male and female versus male and mouse. Feel like there's a big difference there. Unless by he, you mean, like, what is this question? So yes, I guess a girl rather than a mouse. It could be a girl mouse, you know. You don't like then you'd be double screwed. So next question comes in from Endangered Gaming Girl, because you know there's only one of them left in the world. Q&A: would you rather be a cat in real life or burrito life? As in, this is why Q&A is the way it is. I guess I'll be a cat in burrito life. That's a valid answer to that question. Next question comes in from Apache, who says, what food would you add to Minecraft if you could and why? A burrito, so I can live that burrito lifestyle that I wanted to. So next question comes from Joseph Morgan, who says, if everything in the universe, including atoms and particles, stop moving, does time stop, or does time continue if everything is frozen? This is like a big question, right? Like, is time the measurement of things moving in the universe, or is time a constant that exists separate from the universe? Way too big a theoretical physics question for me, but my personal take is that time is measured as things moving. Like, time is the amount of time this takes to drop, given gravity, given all the normal things, because if nothing is moving in the universe, then what is the point of time? I don't think time is this constant thing. I think time is just the way of describing that slowly atoms move forwards and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I think time is not a physical force. A lot of people think time is the fourth dimension and it's like its whole own thing, but I think time isn't a thing that exists. It's a thing we've created as humans to describe things moving, such as this ball dropping and such as all this other sort of thing. So let's move to the next question. That was way too big a like theoretical physics thing, which comes in from Ethan C, who says, how do you think Minecraft would be different if it wasn't bought by Microsoft? Also, what did you have for breakfast yesterday? So yesterday I had noodles for breakfast, Indonesian noodles actually. I got them from New Zealand. And how Minecraft would be different if it weren't bought by Microsoft? I reckon the Bedrock edition wouldn't be the main edition, it'd just still be the Pocket edition. I reckon the console edition will be doing lots better. I think the Java edition will be doing worse, personally, but that's my take on things. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Cat, which is also called Kitty Hacker 101. I like the name a bit, but they say, have you ever tried to make a website? If so, what happened to it? I have made a bunch of websites actually. Before YouTube, I had a few websites. I try not to mention them too often because it's like, you know, I was 12 and I didn't pay taxes, and I'm still not sure if as a 12-year-old you're meant to. I've looked into it, and there's no exception for under 18 not paying taxes, but then, like, does an 11-year-old pay taxes if they make a bunch of money? Long story short, I don't think I legally had to pay taxes, but I don't want to mention it, just in case I did. But yeah, I owned a website which I sold advertising, when I was like 12 to 14 is when it was active. It made a few oh, my ball's gone. It made a few thousand actually. It was like, as you know, someone who never had money, it was like, oh my god. Making it rain over a couple of years there. And yeah, I made my own website. I didn't actually write it from scratch. I bought a script and then customized the script myself and then hired some people to do some really complex, it's called like a cron job back. I don't know if cron jobs still exist, but I had someone to work on those while I worked on the script. And long story short, I made a cool looking website. Maybe in like 10 years, once I Google if 12-year-olds have to pay taxes, because I still can't find out if that's true. I'll share it sometime. But yeah, long story short, I did used to have a website. Let's move on to the next question, which comes in, and it stopped, by the way, in the end, but which comes in from Henry Patterson. No, actually, wait, one more detail, sorry. This is just funny, because again, as a 12-year-old, this is crazy stuff. I bought the script from a Mexican dude for like $25, like, the thing that made me thousands. Mexican dude sold it to me for $25, so go that dude. And the guy who I hired to work on the website was like a really big drug user, and he was like, you know, every time you pay me for this coding, you're really funding terrorism. And I was like, that's an interesting thing to tell a 12-year-old. But with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Henry Patterson, who says, if Minecraft never existed, what game would you mostly play on your channel, or would you have a channel? So I'd still have a channel. I doubt I'd be in the position I am right now, so very grateful to, I guess, Minecraft existing for that. I'd probably be playing Fortnite now because, you know, I played Fortnite when it came out. And, you know, I'd probably be one of the Fortnite YouTubers that exploded back when that happened. So, yeah, probably Fortnite. And then I'd start to hate myself for still playing Fortnite to this day. But with that said, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Platypus Plays, who says, what was your first ever console? It was either the N64 or the PlayStation 1. They were both in my house when I was like 3. I probably had a 2D console before that, but not that I remember. So, next question comes in from Jake, who says, do you think Bedrock will replace Java Edition? And if so, when? Yeah, but in like the far, far, far future. They really don't want to do it until the Bedrock Edition is cemented as the better version. And there's some controversies about like converters and whatnot going on. Again, I'll talk about it in some future video. But yeah, long story short is I do not think that the Bedrock will replace the Java anytime too soon, just because of the controversy it causes for no real reason. So next question comes in from Vader Gamer Whitey, who says, have you ever thought of making a super secret second Twitter account? I already have one. No, it's terrible. Don't look for it. Like I've got the worst secret Twitter account, and it sucks. Like it's not for me. It's like it's a whole thing. Just don't look into it. So next question comes in from Ben, Welshy Ben, who says, KSI or Logan Paul? I think YouTubers fighting each other is like, it's so staged and like trying to copy like the real boxing, you know, like people on TV, which is already kind of uncomfortable. And it's like, this is like, wait, let's use the internet's favorite word. This is cringy, if you will. So the next question comes in from I'm a person, I've already answered a question from them. Next question comes in from BeatBlock64, who says, if you'd add one mob to the aquatic update, what would it be? Would it have any special effect or drop? And what would its purpose be? So I'd add a shark. The shark would kill you if you got too low in the ocean. And if you killed it, it drops shark bones. And you could use that to make some altar to the gods of sharks. I don't know. Sharks, though, I don't know about the rest of that. You asked too many questions. I'm sorry. But let's miss the next question, which comes in from Want to Join Tan DTM Realm, who says, what's the Apple TV edition? Is it dead, or can I play with friends soon? So, the Apple TV edition, they can't update it for confusing reasons. They have looked into it recently, but right now it's effectively dead, but they're not pronouncing it dead yet. It's like the heart hasn't been beating for a year, but they don't want to call it dead yet because they'd have to cancel something if they did. Anyway, with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Brock. Brock asks, does your realm have a hard time switching from game difficulties? Because mine does. I actually never switch difficulties. I leave it on either easy or normal all the time, just because, like, that's the default game mode. So I can't say for sure if it does. So let's move to the next question, which comes in from Urak Court. What do you think about YouTube's boxing? I think it's cringy. Like, again, I think, like, YouTube is this really cool platform where you can learn and discover and share and have these real personal experiences, and people are trying to turn it into reality TV where it's like, oh, this fake drama between this guy and this guy, and it just, I hate it personally. Like, it hurts me. It hurts me. So the next question comes in from Random Rob. There's so many questions. I am regretting this. To go back to the earlier question, yes, I'm regretting this. Which comes in from Random Rob, who says, what new skin packs and texture packs do you think 4J would make in the future? New texture packs doesn't seem likely because they don't do next level texture packs. New skin packs, they seem to be doing a lot of branded stuff. Disney works with them a lot. So more Disney skin packs of some form. Next question comes in from Lolster9999, who says, do you think Minecraft on the Xbox 2, which, funny name for the Xbox, you know, whatever they call the next one, will be the same as the Xbox One? Yeah, it will just be Minecraft Bedrock, but upgraded with more render distance. And what are your opinions on the next-gen console? I haven't heard anything about next-gen consoles besides Sony is maybe doing theirs in 3 years' time. So I think it's interesting, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. Next question comes from the Pleb guy, losing my ability to speak here, who says, can you please skip this question? Yes, actually. I'll skip it. I'll take some time drinking instead. Good question, Mr. Pleb Guy. So next question comes in from Moonbotger, who says, did you get your Discord partner hoodie? No, I didn't get one of those. That's definitely not a thing that I have in my life. So let's move to the next question, which comes in from Jonathan Kelly, who says, what is going to happen with 4J Studios if they're no longer making updates for Console Edition? Minecraft after all gen gets updated at Quantic, and with Xbox One and Switch Edition not getting any more updates except for Bedrock, does that mean that F4J will work on all updates exclusively for PlayStation 4? And yes, that's exactly what it means. They're only going to be working on PlayStation 4 updates exclusively. So they're not going to be working on other things. That's a long question, right? What would you recommend more, a Nintendo Switch or the PSVR, says Leo Bull. Nintendo Switch over PSVR, because PSVR is a fun gimmick. Nintendo Switch is a fun portable games console. Next question comes from Carl Fraser, who says, when will we see the missing skins? They're on Xbox One Edition, brought to Bedrock. My favorite skin isn't on Bedrock yet. Soon is going to be my answer. Yeah, I don't know for sure. Like, I can't give you a time date exactly. I thought they were all there, honestly, so soon. What can I say, you know? Favorite non-Minecraft game? Right now, I don't know, Stardew Valley, Mario Kart 8. Favorite YouTube filmmaker slash vlogger? I don't know YouTubers that fit into that category. Worst game ever played? Sonic R, even though I like it, actually, so bad example. Worst computer problem? My computer, every computer I've ever had has had random crashing issues. Every single time I get a new computer, some point in that cycle it's going to crash. I don't understand why. What am I doing wrong with my computer? Right now, I have a 6950X. Look it up sometime. It's a pretty high-end CPU. It's got something like 12 cores. It's got a bunch of threads. And it's like, oh yeah, but we're also going to crash randomly just for fun, you know? So yeah, every computer just messes me. I'm editing software, Premiere Pro. That was like 5 questions. I said 1 question, damn it. But the next question comes in from Pink Diaper Kitten Girl. What is that name? And they say, are you dying? Yes, actually, from answering all these questions. No, I guess everyone's dying slowly. Like, I mean, you know, no one's not dying. We're all just dying at different rates, you know? So that's a nice, happy thought to lead you through the day. Hey, Toy Cat, what's your bedtime? Right now, I just got back from New Zealand, so I've been sleeping at about 8 p.m., which I know sounds lame, but we're sleeping at 8 p.m., waking up at 4 a.m., and it's close enough to my New Zealand schedule. But I like it. It means I'm recording this, like, early in the day, but it's late in my day, and that's a good thing, I think. Next question comes in from Just a Panda. Can llamas eat cereal? Yes, they can, I guess, if you feed it to them. Leaf Green Septar says, a question, are you perhaps dead inside? Yeah, actually. Been dead inside for a very long time. Next question comes in from the Whovian Wizard, who says, what is your opinion on sci-fi genre, and more specifically time travel, i.e. Doctor Travel and Back to the Future? Doctor Who isn't really time travel, neither is Back to the Future. I like good time travel. Butterfly Effect, I love the idea of time travel having serious effects and teaching you that, like, everything happens for a reason. One day, I would really love to tell a story about time travel. So if I ever make, like, a movie or a book or whatever people do about things, it'll be about time travel. So next question comes in from Red Fury 545. Since 4J have started helping Bedrock... It's going to be the same question, isn't it? Oh, no, it's asking about, will they make a minigame server or minigames on the marketplace? So they'll no doubt make minigames or something on the marketplace, because they have the team, they have the maps anyway. And will they make battle on the marketplace when scoreboards are added? I don't think they will, because it will just be an inferior version for the same price. Why are we being forced to a platform that's so toxic it hurts and is full of clickbaiters and cringy 8-year-olds? So, I mean, the game itself isn't full of clickbait. Like, clickbait can't hurt you in Minecraft, the game itself. And cringy 8-year-olds, I mean... That's, I mean, both debatable, mildly true, and mildly misleading at the same time. But you're not being forced, technically. You can still play the same game. If you want updates, you're being forced. And although I think that's an uncomfortable solution, the fact that they're doing it with a lot of updates makes it better, in my opinion. Why are we being forced? Because, you know, long story short is they want to have one platform, both for the bottom line, you know, makes more money, and for the sake of having a universal version of Minecraft. Next question comes in from Nobldes, who says, is it more motivating to have to prove someone wrong who didn't believe in you, or more motivating to have someone to let down, someone who does believe in you? I personally am more motivated by proving people wrong. I know that's terrible, but it's just a well-known thing on the internet, right? If you want to know the answer to a question, don't ask it, because people are going to go, no, I'm not answering your question. Post the wrong answer, get them to correct you. It's just a well-known thing. So yeah, proving people wrong is just what people do. That's the whole reason my channel exists, actually. Like, there was a bunch of news channels that existed back when I didn't do news, and I was like, what are you getting this from? You're just making that up. And that's why I make news with sources and all this other sort of stuff. And that's why I try to be a reliable source of news on this channel. So next question comes in from Captain Jack Sparrow, who says, once Sea of Thieves starts getting more content, will you do another live stream? I don't understand that game, why people play it and think it's a real game. It's not. It's a pretend farce that people get hyped about, but that has nothing for me, because I play single player games. I like, if a game has a single player, I'm gonna play the game single player, and that game single player was the same as just loading up, like, it sucks. Loading up just a YouTube video of like 5 hours of C gameplay. Next question comes in from Tomo B106 AVFCYT. What are your thoughts on what SpaceX are doing? I think it's good. I mean, it's kind of boring because it's just contracting out NASA stuff, but it's a cool... you know, the fact that space travel is actually advancing in a lifetime, always good. Next question's a really weird one, because Ricky asks, who's prettier, Pearl on the left or Marina on the right? I mean, like, I guess... I mean, they're both ugly, right? That's the point. But I guess, like, Pearl on the left is pretty... you know, this... What is life? What is YouTube, even? Next question comes in from Carl Charles. Why did you decide to answer every single question? I wanted to prove a point, and also, like, for everyone that asks, why didn't you answer my question? I'm gonna put your question on blast if it's a bad one. Like, you know that previous one? What does he think is gonna come from that? Why should I look at those two girls and, you know, it's terrible. Next question comes in from Agent Mindstorm, who says, #Q, do you regret answering this many questions in one video? Yes, I do. R3D Slides Champ says, hey Toycat, have you thought making your own Minecraft server? And do you think Microsoft will allow all servers on console? And do you think they'll add Java to Bedrock World Conversion? So, the third thing, Java to Bedrock World Conversion, yes. All servers on console, as in custom servers, no, it's a console limitation, maybe on the Xbox 2 or whatever you want to call it. And making your own Minecraft server, I get a lot of offers, but I don't want to do it, like, personally at least. So, next question comes in from Mlock, who says, if there is a villager update for Minecraft, what would you like to add in it? I guess more villagers. I think I said this, actually. I would love to see villagers that can construct themselves and build and have their own real thing going on. So, next question comes in from Victor15, who says, if Minecraft never existed, what video game would you play? Lots of video games. Specifically on my YouTube channel, again, probably Fortnite, because it's the huge game these days. I played a lot of Call of Duty on my channel before then, so there's a simple answer. Jumpman316 says, now Minecraft is adding 3 more songs by C418. Do you think we can expect more songs by him in the future? Yes. Q&A, do you think 1.14 to 1.15 will be a biome update? Yes, they've already said that's going to happen. And also, do you have plans of going to Denmark? I can speak Danish. Subsync 60,000. That's awesome, Jaden. I've been to Denmark 3 times now. I mostly go there as like a connection before going somewhere else and like spend a couple of days there. Like Denmark quite a bit, actually. It's not a city worth spending like a weekend, like Copenhagen, I mean. But like Denmark, cool country, like Danish people, like Danish pastries, and 1.14, 1.15 will in fact be biome updates. The gas, I am regretting this now, by the way, even more, because we're like, I can't see how far we are through the list, but I don't think very far. Next question comes in from, wait, sorry, no, I've lost it. Next question comes in from the Gas King. Do you think the next update's biome it focuses should be caves? They're not a biome, but it should be the cave update anyway. # make 1.14 the cave update. Cave update, cave update, cave update. Okay, I'm making the mic shake. That's great stuff. So next question comes in from Electoraud, who says, have you played any of the XCOM games? No, I'd really like to play one of the XCOM games, because I played like a knockoff XCOM game, like 5 years ago. Loved it. Would love to see a non-knockoff XCOM game. In fact, I own one of the XCOMs on Xbox or PlayStation. I just haven't got around to playing it. So, I know that I need like some time to commit to it, but I'd love to play one of the XCOM games on my 3rd channel. Yes. Next question comes in from Dom, who says, why is Microsoft choosing this time to kill Minecraft? I don't think they're trying to kill Minecraft. Next question comes in from Cake Tom, who says, hey Toycat, I have 2 questions. Sorry, 1 question I've heard. No, whatever. So, what servers do you reckon will come to Bedrock after Hive, and any use of custom skins? I think they're going to try to reach out to more Java servers. I think they really want to get, what's the famous one? Hypixel to come back to Bedrock. Whether they will or not is debatable, but it's something I have to imagine they want. Next question says, what do you think of these new Minecraft textures for Pocket Edition? And it's just a very confusing... I don't even know what this is, so I think they're pretty memey, question mark. Next question comes in from Josh Judd, who says, what do you think they would have to add to Minecraft to make Minecraft more interesting and scary? Because I feel Minecraft needs more challenging mobs and more scarier biomes, just something ominous. Also, would you like seasons and more biomes like coniferous forest, tundra, or marsh in the game? That question was a rough one, but the simple answer is, yeah, I agree. More challenging mobs, more biomes. I'll take the coniferous forest. I don't know what that is. I think it's an American type of forest, maybe. I'll take a tundra. I'll take a marsh any day of the week. I'd love to see another update with like 10 new biomes, make Minecraft bigger and more varied again. Next question comes in from Isaiah Cruz, who says, Q&A, when will a Kotick update come to console? Soon. In the next couple of weeks or so. Like, again, so when it comes out for Bedrock, there's a small waiting period. Then it'll come out for console. I'll make a whole video about it. Maybe it's out before this one. But yeah, I want to talk about that sometime because they mentioned last week something really big, I think. Next question comes in from the Weekly Creep, who says, do you think the PlayStation 4 players can get more minigames? No, they've cancelled minigames as a concept. Next question comes in from Cory Botter, who says, are you looking forward to Super Smash Bros. Or Let's Go Pikachu? Looking forward to Super Smash Bros. A little bit. I have a brother who plays Super Smash Bros. Competitively, and he ruins it for me every time. So he's like, oh, let's just play it, it'll be fun. And then he does all the weird stuff, like, you know, like, it's like edge guarding and like, you know, it's really fun stuff to learn, but I don't see it as a competitive game. I play it for fun. And whenever you play a game for fun, and there's that one guy that takes it really seriously, it wrecks it. And that's going to happen to me after Smash 5 comes out. So, next question comes in from Tang Y2, who says, what is the answer to this question? No. Next question comes in from the Great Pumpkin. Are you interested in playing BFV, as in Battlefield 5? A little bit. If it comes out and I'm free that day, I probably won't buy it. So next question comes in from Snipe Games OP, who says, do you ever wear a hat, Internet Cat? I sometimes wear a hat. Not very often, though. Why are we, like, slowly dressing as this goes forwards? See, as you can see, I've got a Norway hat. It says it's Norge, which is Norway in Norwegian. I love Norway, one of my favorite countries. Let's move to the next question, which comes in, is someone going to ask me to wear a mask next? Next question comes in from Maxwell, who said, Q&A, so Gat, could you do a resource pack, shader pack review for MCPE when they officially come out? I cover Minecraft store stuff, because I know most people don't go through the steps to download stuff outside the game. That's why I don't do mod reviews. That's why I rarely did mod reviews for Minecraft console, because I knew most people didn't download it, didn't care. And I want to show off things that you can personally do yourself too. So next question comes in from Anders Mueke, who says, may I promote my Minecraft and Fortnite YouTube channel, Derpy Mustache, because it's so good? No, self-promotion is literally the worst. Do you have any plans ongoing, / have been to fucking Austria? That's the village, by the way, not a swear word. No, actually, I haven't. I would like to go, but I know the village, as I mentioned in my second channel video, I know it would just upset the people that live there, so I probably won't do it. Okay, that's terrible and weird. So, next question comes in from Minecraft Heroes, who says, do you think that the 3DS is going to get the update to Quadstick? Also, can you sub to our channel? No, neither of those things. So yeah, 3DS will eventually get it, and no, it's a thing. And also, self-promotion, like, oh, I'll answer any question. Ho, that means I can self-promote. Whatever. I'll do the self-promotion rant again in the future. So, next question comes in from Maxwell, who says, Q&A Toycat, there are two types of leaf blocks, such as compact leaves and the leaves we have now. Would it be interesting to walk through the normal leaf blocks, but slower? This could add to the animation of wading through them. So, if there were two types of leaf blocks, compact leaves and leaves we have now, yeah, it would be interesting. What is that question? It's a good question, but you put the question in the wrong place. Like, yeah, it would be interesting if they existed to walk through them. Maybe, I think. Next question comes in from Stephen Dawson. We'll be playing Black Ops 4 and playing it. And I love all of your videos, especially the Far Cry Let's Play. I'm glad you like the Far Cry Let's Play. I know it's like a way lesser known thing on the third channel, but that's why I like doing weird side projects for fun of it. Glad you like the Far Cry thing, and I will be playing Black Ops 4. Next question from Nathan Parker. I have one question. Will you go / would you like to go to Albania? I'll go to Albania sometime soon. I was going to go with a friend at one point, and I think the friend's dead now. Long story short. So yeah, probably not. Next question. What are your top must-sees for a tourist visiting London? Do go to the Shard, because you can like see a lot, and because every city has a tall building. I think the Shard is definitely taller than other tall buildings. Or maybe I'm wrong on that, but it seems taller at the very least, and don't eat lunch there. And don't do anything there. It's like crazy expensive. So actually, don't recommend it unless it's cheaper than when I last went. Do not recommend the Shard. Do recommend, well, I mean, long story on that one. Go find some cool London food, because like London is known for, because you know there's like 8 million people living there. You get some really quirky stuff. Go see at least one of the famous train stations, I guess, because they all look pretty on the outside. And if you live in a country without pretty train stations, then go see at least one of them. And I know Buckingham Palace, like it's just if you go from the centre of London to Victoria, which is most likely where you'll end up on like a bus or on a train, you can just walk past Buckingham Palace. It's like, oh, well, that's the thing. And you can see the dudes there. The changing of the guard, as tourists like to call it. That's a fun thing too. So there are your must-sees, Mr. My Switch Media. Next question comes in from Burks, who says, what is your favorite cheese? Least favorite cheese. Favorite cheese, I love Brie beyond belief. It's just such a great cheese. I want to buy some Brie right now. You've got me in a Brie mood. Least favorite cheese? Any of the ones with cranberry in there or stuff like that. It just doesn't work in a cheese, in my opinion. Next question comes in from Cookie, who asks, what do you think would be a good ore to be added? Something, I think I've gone through this one before, but like, I guess something like emerald, like add rubies to the game. I know we didn't have them before because of redstone. Just add something new that's kind of rare to find. Or even just add copper to the game. Make like bronze stuff. Does bronze exist? It doesn't exist in Minecraft. Make bronze a thing. Use it for wiring or something. There you go. Fun idea right there. Next question comes in from King Taco. No, wait, we already got one of those. I remember because it's such a weird name. Daniel Ray Baldwin asks, I've noticed in your videos, you're able to place blocks where there aren't any. Like in Skywars, you place them just in the void. Just how? On Bedrock Edition, because it's based on Pocket Edition, you can place blocks at your feet. Next question comes in from My Name is it's oh yeah, it's says, what is that name? Do you think Mojang is going to keep adding fish/mobs to the ocean after the aquatic update? Probably not, because there's only one aquatic update. It's not aquatic update and then 5 more. But yeah, probably not, at least not like regularly. So next question comes in from One Low Lincoln, who says, do you have a pet fish? I do not have a pet fish. Marcus, how many questions are there? You know, let's scroll down just for a little bit. Let's just like see when this ends. It doesn't end. It keeps on going. There's an endless stream. I don't think I can do this, guys. I think I bit off more than I can chew of this. So we're gonna go from the bottom up, and then we'll know when we're duplicating questions. We've gone through too many, just so I'm not like having a bias against newer questions. So, Boss Kite in Place says, how can Minecraft Bedrock and Xbox One have infinite worlds when the reason behind no infinite worlds edition was because the save game memory limit? So, long story short on that one is I imagine there still is a save game memory limit. And if you hit it, then it sucks to be you. I think they're just assuming you won't hit it, because Minecraft Console Edition is always about, no matter what you do in the game, you should never run into limits. The frame rate stays solid unless you really break the game. The save size will always work unless you really stretch it. Whereas Bedrock is just like, do what you want. Maybe you break the console. Maybe your frame rate suffers. At least you'll have fun playing Minecraft. And they're just different philosophies behind the game. Next question comes in from Kevin Kaito Okada. I'm not a PS4 player, but I'm curious. Can we expect infinite worlds and no mobcap for PlayStation 4? No. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. Same reason. Console Edition and Bedrock just have different design philosophies. Adding infinite worlds now would also give less of a benefit to switching to Bedrock. So it's like they could switch their entire philosophy, or they could keep it roughly the same. Next question comes in from, although you might see the mobcap and stuff increase, we don't know for sure though. Why are there separate desktop and mobile editions for China in addition to Java and Bedrock editions? What's the point of these? In China, there's very specific censorship rules about a bunch of things that have to be censored in Minecraft China edition, as they call it. The obvious ones are stuff like, okay, Japanese figures can't be shown. So there's a bunch of Japanese samurais that are famous. You can't be shown that in a Chinese game because it might kill a Chinese character. There's a bunch of skins that they can't show for that reason. There's a bunch of stuff they have to lock down, and they don't want you to play West. Basically, China has a censorship board for games. And any media. It's really rough, and they need to certify it separately. So they just have a whole separate partner for that. So next question comes in from Dead Scope, who says, "What's your opinion on COD and Battlefield jumping on the bandwagon for Battle Royale?" I don't hate games for jumping on the bandwagon if it's a good bandwagon, you know? If it's like, okay, imagine this, right? if one girl, because we've assumed now that the average viewer is male, which we'll just do for now. If one girl comes after you and is like, actually male or into females, you have to say that on the internet these days. So one female comes after one girl. Sorry, I know people. Again, internet people don't like the term female to describe a girl/woman. So a girl/woman comes up to you and is like, I like you a lot. I'm gonna do insert thing for you. Tie your shoelaces. Whatever thing that you want from this girl. And you're like, wow, that is sure a cool thing. And then lots of other girls like, hey, she clearly knows something I don't. I'm gonna do the same thing. That's a good bandwagon. You want people to do that. If there's a really nice cheese that you like, and lots of other cheese manufacturers copy that cheese, it's good because you get more good cheese. You can tell that I'm like tired. Again, it's like midday or something as I record this, but like just responding to too many questions is like slowly killing me. But yeah, so that's bandwagons aren't a problem. I think it's good they're doing it. So what are your thoughts on Fallout 76? I think it's gonna suck, but I'll play it regardless, and then I'll hate it regardless. It'll be fun. Next question comes in from Papa Swift, who says, "Do you think Exit Without Saving should come back?" Yes, but it probably... Well, they've said it will eventually. Who knows for sure. How was your goal of travelling to all of the EU going? Says Michael and Eichel. I've been to 21 of the 28 EU member states. Maybe 23. And I'd love to go to the rest sometime. I'm just really focused on outside of Europe travel right now. Because it's better to do it all in one go. Like, if you want to travel everywhere in the world, there's a lot of benefits to traveling outside of Europe that don't necessarily apply to intra-Europe travel. So I'll come back to it sometime in the future. Long story about that one, but that's just kind of how my travel plans are working out. Next question says comes in from Mino Assel, who says, "What do you drive?" Just a curious car enthusiast. I don't drive in the UK. If I want to get to London, it's twice as fast to take the train than it is to drive. So it's like, why would I? Actually, it might be like more fast because that's excluding the time it takes to park. That's excluding traffic. That's just hypothetical, speed limit of a car versus hypothetical speed limit of a train. So yeah, I think I don't drive anything. If I did drive, probably a Tesla, but I don't drive. Sorry. I catch the bus or a train. Next question comes in from CJH, who says, "What would be the ideal boss for the overworld?" I don't know for sure. A Red Dragon. What console is your favorite of all time? Says NZ45300. The N64, classic. Love the GameCube for the same reason. I think the Switch is the best console if we're talking about it objectively because it can be taken everywhere. But as far as like best memories and whatnot, probably the 360 because it lasted so long. Next question comes in from Pack, who says, "Q&A, you gonna make another video of Green?" Yes, we have plans for a collab eventually. We just have to work out the plans for it. Seasonal 1 says, "What are your opinions on marriage and / or relationships?" I am pro-relationship. I am marriage skeptical. No, honestly, I'm 22. Like, I think people who are like, at this age, I know perfectly that I want to marry this girl forever. I don't know if that's like a correct decision. Like I said before, like, past me's made some stupid decisions. If past me had decided to get married to either of my ex-girlfriends, I would have to say that's the stupidest decision I've ever made. So rather than making that decision now, wait for 5 years or, pick an amount of time to wait because you can't trust past you to make good decisions. And why let past you force future you into a marriage? I don't know. Right now, doesn't make sense. Next question comes in from Gene Walitaka, who says, "Why don't you ever use a bow in your survival world?" Because it wouldn't really make too much sense. What music do you like? Game music, mostly. I know that confuses people. We're going to do like 5 more questions. I wanted to do this. I'm sorry. I wanted to. There's just so many. How long do you think Minecraft will be relevant for? Sorry, we have to go through one of these and go... How long will Minecraft be relevant for? Relevant. So, alive? Relive? There's no word that makes sense in that gap. So, a very long time. What Minecraft updates will you think will come this year? There'll be one more Minecraft update this year on the Java. I think it'll be split into more updates on Bedrock. And maybe some extra stuff on Bedrock. David Hillary says, "Hi Tocat, what are your top 3 mobs in Minecraft?" Llamas... Sorry, that's the top 3 for me. Are you really going to answer 200 questions in one video? Apparently not. Obviously 300 questions. If I wanted to answer them in an hour, I'd have to give each question something like, what is that, like 10 seconds or less? And I didn't do that. and I messed up. John Sucks at Life says, what happened to the newest YT Comments Build a House? I intend to do it at some point. I was going to have some help to help build the actual thing, but that didn't work out. And basically, I'm going to be doing it eventually. I don't like that so many people have asked about it, 'cause it's like, you know, it will happen eventually. Don't worry. It's all good. I hope this hasn't been asked before, but have you been to Belgium? What do you think about Belgium? I mean, I've only been to Brussels, and I find Brussels not to be a very good city. Just my opinion. I don't like Brussels as a city. Every time I go, I don't have a great time. But the train station has a good pizza place, so you gotta kind of weigh up those two things. Q&A Saturday, will there ever be family sharing on the Xbox version of Minecraft? If so, when? I mean, it exists right now on Xbox as a whole, right? And is it just me, or do you find some zombies really annoying around nighttime when you're in a swamp biome? Yes, I find drowned zombies annoying in Minecraft swamp biomes. I don't think I'm getting any valuable questions answered here, right? I think I've tried my best. That is Q&A Saturday, where I respond to every single... I respond to like 75% of questions. If I go any more, like, you know, JBlitz says, hoping that you read this late. Are you having fun answering all these questions? No, because the thing is like Q&A, it's great for a certain amount of time. It's great when you can dedicate time to every question. When there are questions that you can't dedicate any time to, like, what are your top 3 mobs? Either I know a top 3 and I can go through them, or I don't know a top 3. Questions like, how long will Minecraft be relevant for? What can I say to that, you know? There's a lot of questions that it's harder to go in depth for, and although it's great for the one person asking them, it's not as great for everyone watching. It's not great for me either to go through them. And I hope that this Q&A, this mega Q&A, has proved at least something in regards to the fact that I think Q&A, it sounds like it's an opportunity to answer questions, but it's really an opportunity, which it is, but it's more of an opportunity for you to ask things that you need to know the answer. Okay, so it's an opportunity. Also, by the way, let me just put this on my face. Look at this. It's also an opportunity for people. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just like I'm in that level of Q&A where it's just like, you know, who cares anymore? Let's just be a cat. So yeah, Q&As are this really interesting concept because they allow you to answer things that maybe you wanted to talk about anyway. Maybe you wanted to dive in depth into, which is why Q&A started. It was like, you know, people have a bunch of questions about something that I'd like to talk about. Not necessarily for a whole video, we can answer those questions. If you ask questions that other people will know the answer to, that's a great thing. If you ask a question that doesn't make sense, or you know no one else will care, or you ask 5 questions, or it's, you know, there's a bunch of ways I feel like to answer a good question. And hopefully, listening to this video, you've seen good questions versus bad questions. And if for some reason, the only thing you want in the world is to have a question answered, and you're willing to ask any question in the world to do that, 1, I don't understand you, but 2, all you have to do is you have to wait. Actually, look at this. Wait, look how good my on-the-fly video editing. But if for some reason you wanna like just have a question answered, then I guess you know, try your best to make it something interesting to other people. Because although it sounds like a great idea to have your question answered, if that's not your thing, the truth is what is the point? Anyway, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this very tired Q&A. Like I said, just got back from New Zealand, so my body, let's just call it jet lag. It's a bit more complex than that, but very jet lagged right now. But I had a blast doing this. Next week's Q&A is going to be a regular one. I'm just going to answer a few questions. Unless you leave enough comments down below and this video gets 5,000 likes. You know, if this video gets 5,000 likes, we'll do another mega Q&A. But it won't, because it was terrible. And you should be ashamed of yourself for watching it. Thank you very much for watching. That's a good ending to a video, right? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.